Sorry, I turned off the heater because it does that the whole time that I talk. So, I was trying to get the lighting right and I fucked it up, and now I didn't break anything. I actually cleaned up in here last night. It looks good. It doesn't look that good from the camera. There's like 3 things on that stool and it makes it look like a golden trash wreck. Hold on, now I gotta fix it. Alright, so while I'm fixing this, I'm gonna explain a few things. This message is for my family and my friends who wish to continue being friends with me in person. So, well, actually, I guess all my friends, because you have to know exactly what my PTSD is and how sometimes I go a little crazy. Poor Ben. Ben, this is the tackiest thing. I love you, Mom. Ben, I am so sorry that I used you as an example, and I'm glad that you're man enough to deal with the fact that I made you the example. Because unfortunately my poor father has been the example for every freaking thing. It looked like my thing was going to fall down. That has happened this year, because he's been around to see it all. And if anybody is watching this and talks to Keith or shut up, Wally, Keith or Dakota, you know, I've been spending the entire month of December alone because I wanted to reflect and really do some head work this year, because, you know, my therapist fired me. Not really. But anyway, I do it on my own because I know me best. And I know what to do because I'm I'm not a therapist, I'm a nurse, but that's part of being a nurse. Wally agreed with me. So let me explain just briefly how PTSD works, okay? So there are triggers and there are panic attacks. So a trigger might trigger a panic attack that will go into a frenzy. But a panic attack is different. So if I tell you I'm having a panic attack right now, you can say, calm down. You can say, you know, do you need anything? You can say all of those things, and I will want your help. Sorry, this gets a little emotional. When I am in a frenzy, I don't know that I'm in one usually until I see myself in a mirror or in a video. And it's been overwhelmingly embarrassing going through some of the live videos, some of the comments that people make to me when I'm in that state of mind. I'm being oh, I know I need to file a civil suit. Gosh darn it. I have been victimized in so many different ways that I never thought were even possible. And I can laugh about it now, even with my car being gone. And I'm glad that I can laugh about it now, because it wasn't funny while any of this was going on. And it wasn't fair to Keith or Dakota to have to deal with me not knowing that I had PTSD. So Keith doesn't know this, but I got PTSD from the childbirth of Landon. We both almost died. And I remember saying to people, I just don't feel like me, and it's not normal. And everybody's like, oh, you'll just, like, you're a new mom. And I'm like, no, please stop dismissing me. Something is not right, because I want to chuck him across the fucking room. I never said that out loud. And I've dealt with those emotions because now I understand that my feelings were because we were supposed to die. So suddenly I have this baby and I just want to chuck him. I just want to get him away from me. I want to get him, go. Because he was a threat. He almost killed me. The irony. Because you love your baby so much. But all those women who drown their children, and they go into this like, I don't care. And everybody's like, what a horrible person. No, she has PTSD, likely because of childbirth. And that's why I don't fight for custody of my kids back. I actually, I have not tested this theory, and I'm writing a proposal to UVA to do a study on it, because I've talked to a lot of women who have had dissociative events after having surgery during their weaning period with their baby. So like one of my friends had her wisdom teeth out. They put her under general anesthesia. They did the same thing to me when my gallbladder was taken out. And suddenly I was depressed and I felt like I lost my baby. And it's because I died, technically. That's what your body does. Anyway, all that is more medical stuff. But it is interesting. And if you want to hear about it, I'm happy to talk to you. So call me. But, and if you know anything about this and you're watching this and you're one of my friends that is a clinician, please point me in the right direction, because I really am trying to get a study done. Because when I spoke with my endocrinologist at UVA about the fact that when I overdosed on meth, I think I reset my dopamine stores, because suddenly I'm happy in a way I've never been before. And like I was like, now I understand. Like I've always had this like sadness driving me, like from the Pixar movie Inside Out, and now it's joy all the time. And I don't understand how this happened. And I've always been predisposed to OCD, because it's a family trait. It runs in the family. And I have it on both sides. I also have narcolepsy, because that runs on both sides. So something in meth, I'm not a proponent of everyone using it. And Keith, you are a fucking asshole for bringing that up in court when you didn't listen to the fucking point, which is meth saved my life, literally. Dakota says I didn't die, that I was alive. But I just had a friend who overdosed and was dead for 4 minutes, and he described a very similar experience. So fuck you, Dakota. Not really, I'm sorry. Just saying. So, I mean, I had a death experience, and that's why this is important too. I am a suicide survivor. I am not a failed attempt. I am a survivor. Now I had it printed, or I didn't have it printed, I had it written out, but I erased it. There was a quote from one of the studies that I read that 90% of suicide survivors are successful on their second attempt. So that's why I'm recording this video. I feel like there was a mic drop moment. All the cars stopped driving. Like, I am 90% chance going to do it again. Not because I want to, because I have this joy inside of me now, which is amazing. It's ironic. It's beautiful. And if you don't think that's God, fuck you. I mean, that's got to be God right there. Because 90% of people are not cured of their depression from being a suicide survivor. They internalize it, that it actually becomes worse, and they do have to be, hospitalized permanently in a state institution if the family chooses to. And some families don't, and I actually thought that was very honorable, because if she wants to kill herself that bad, there's a reason, and it's probably you guys' family. Not my family. Now, mine is because I had PTSD I've had it for 6 years now and didn't know. Anybody? That's why, Keith, like, if you do watch this, that's why when I would just look over at you sometimes while I was pregnant with Olivia and go, I just fucking hate you and I want to murder you right now and I don't know why. And you'd be like, that's not very nice. And I'd be like, I know, and I don't know why I want to murder you. Because you impregnated me. So suddenly you became a threat because I was pregnant with a baby from you. See? And Dakota, I know, well, Keith, you already know about this. I got pregnant last year after Keith and I separated because of Dakota. Even though I had an IUD in and it, took care of itself, unfortunately, Dakota, if you do ever, pull your head out of your stupid ass and want to talk, I can talk to you. But I can't be screamed at and all that shit because it just sends me into a frenzy, which is scary. It is not somewhere I want anyone else to ever have to be. So, all that being said, I'm going to finish telling you a little bit about my PTSD triggers. And then I'm telling you right now, I am about to start a video series educating the general public on this. And, I'm washing my lab coat right now because it had some questionable stains on it. I'm pretty sure Olivia spilled, but it looks like coffee, so I probably spilled it. But I'm still going to blame my kids for everything. But I'm going to have my stethoscopes on. I'm going to have, or not both of them because that would be weird. But I want people to understand that the information I'm giving is coming from a clinician. And this is the only time that I can do it because I don't have a license right now because I willingly gave mine up. So I've got 6 months. And I can get all of this information out, and I can even do live videos where I offer people, advice, or I can answer questions and stuff. So if you're watching this and you're not one of my friends or family members, because I always assume that it's just my friends and family members that are watching this, and my haters. There's this Clo World person, and I'm pretty sure that that's a friend or family member, and they just don't want to tell me who they are. But anyway, I'm saying all this because you guys are people I love. If you're watching this, you are likely watching this because you love me or you care about me in some way, shape, or form. Care meaning you could hate me, and that's fine. That means you care. Fucker. So, today I am me. I am normal. I feel normal. I'm a little sleepy, but I feel 100% normal. I am not manic. I live in a state of hypomania, and if you are one of the assholes who spread around that I was methed out of my head all the time, no, asshole. I got drug tests the whole time I worked at the hospital randomly for 6 years. How did I do meth and get away with that? I didn't, you dumbass. I wasn't high. I am hypomanic. I always have been. I actually also potentially have altruistic personality disorder, but it's not a disorder yet. It's a theory. But anyway, those people are the nicest, happiest, most fun-loving, caring people on the planet, and we all commit suicide or martyr ourselves. It was funny because I was talking to somebody who I love very much, who lives in England and who works for their healthcare system. And he was like, yeah, they've almost come. He's like, I think I have that. And I was like, actually, you might. I was like, you might actually have that. I think if anybody has it, it's me and you. Like, legit. And he's like, oh, I know. And I'm like, yeah, like, and it's the thing. We love other people so much. And we seem like the happiest, anybody you know who seemed like the happiest person ever. And why did they die? Altruistic personality disorder. It's still a theory. It's being tested right now. And that kind of circles back around to why why I'm writing a proposal to do a study on the meth thing. Because if we can cure people of depression, oh man, that means I'm not altruistic. Ugh, Paul is. I'm a narcissist. I knew I was a narcissist. Yes. Ugh. Whoever says that. Anyway, I remember as my therapist was explaining this to me, I was like, but I think I'm narcissistic personality disorder. And she goes, no. But that means I've met two altruistic personality disorder, which is why I worry about Keith. But actually, no, Keith's not. No, never mind. No, we're good. He's not altruistic personality disorder. But the theory is that a narcissistic personality disorder and an altruistic personality disorder, this is like a medical anomaly, like how albinos, that we will have this energy that we create to the point where we will meet, and one, and since I'm the narcissist, will make the other want to kill themselves. So thank God, Paul, you and I did not see each other again until after this. See, I'm telling you, God is like all over the place. It's really crazy. And yeah, I've always been altruistic in my actions, but narcissistic in my intent. Anyway, I don't need to tell everybody else about this because y'all don't need to know about all my narcissism stuff. But, you know, when you call someone a narcissist, that's different. Narcissistic personality disorder is not having the self-awareness to be, like, to know that you are abusive. So, and that's why, you know, I still to this day say, like, thank God everything happened, because I was suicidal and all that because of the PTSD. I was making Keith miserable because I was a narcissist and I didn't know. You can't know until you're diagnosed with it. And that's why I hate the overuse of that. Just like I want people like, I'm so OCD. I'm like, really? Do you wash your hands until they bleed? Because I do. That's OCD, bitch. Having your stuff organized, that's not OCD. Because see, my room isn't perfect. But if I get on a kick where my door needs to be locked, I am going to check it for hours and make sure that it's locked. Now, that was before. Now, my, like, new personality disorder is, PTSD. No. Because I don't have OCD anymore because it's evolved. And that's very unfortunate because PTSD is way worse. So my triggers are coming over unannounced. You cannot do that to me anymore. Please stop. Especially if you are black. I am really sorry to say that. Especially since I keep getting in trouble for saying how much I hate white people on Facebook. But the man who raped me in the middle of the night, who came over unannounced, who I didn't know. Now, that's the only thing that saves the people I do know who come over unannounced. But, like, I was just talking to this guy that I met, this man, who is interested in helping me with one of my projects. And I said to him, because he came over at, like, 8 p.m. the other night. It wasn't late, but it was late. And he did not call me. He called my roommate to say he was coming because he's someone I met through her. And I flipped shit. And I had the wherewithal to stay inside and not open the door. And I yelled from the window. I said, I'm so sorry, but I have PTSD and I cannot open the door right now. And he was, I don't know that he's ever dealt with this before, but he was very respectful. And he said, got it. Bye. I asked if he was in the military and he said that his father was. Anyway, I lost whoever was watching this because I guess they got disinterested because this is a little bit long. Because I'm trying to reach out to my friends and family who actually, you know, care. So, hey, Mom, why don't you watch this, take some notes, and then tell me how to re-record it, and I'll do like a little 5-minute one. Love ya. Bye.